exclusive. Wavy.
Alright guys, let's throw caution to the wind basically. What up YouTube? My name is Rizil. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel, and today we're gonna be doing a stand-up comedy reaction. We're gonna be doing another first time reaction. Praise be to God. This one is gonna be a comedian that I haven't, like, no one has suggested it. I researched basically like comedy reactions maybe I can do, and first time reactions I can do to like talents that I've never seen, never been aware of, never even been in the same space in terms of like the comedy scene, in terms of me being an avid comedy fan or whatever. And like they haven't basically been shown to me, and I didn't even know about them and their work. And I've done research into people that really should be paid attention to, and this guy came up. I think his name is sorry, I'm just confirming, Sam Kinison, if I'm saying that right. And yeah, he's gonna be talking about marriage and world hunger. That should be interesting. But yeah guys, I'm going down this route honestly speaking because I don't want to limit my stand-up comedy reactions. I believe my music reactions have expanded to a certain extent that I have varying things I can dip into, and I love that about my music reactions. I feel like my comedy reactions need to grow more. So as I go into this, if you have suggestions of people that I might find success reacting to, or I should pay attention to, either way, because they're really special, I welcome it. I'll put it on the list. If you check like all the other people that have suggested things on my channel, whoever you are, I always get to you whenever I can, and this is a relatively new channel, so let's take advantage of that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy says about marriage and world hunger. So yeah, suggestions below for whatever you want me to react to expand my horizons in this comedy journey. And without further ado guys, let's get to it. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late. I was supposed to be here a little earlier, but I spent the last 2 hours at a 7-Eleven going, Marlboro! Marlboro! Cigarettes! Smoky, smoky! You didn't speak English. How the fuck did you get this job? I should have shot your ass in Penang when I had the chance! I'm going around the country. I'm trying to get as many people as I can not to get married. I promise never to get married. I've been married, and I'm just trying to help. Okay? So here that's never been married? You never been married? What's your name? Michael? Well, Michael, if you ever think about getting married, if you ever think you've met the right woman, you want to settle down, change your life, will you do me a favor, Mike? Remember this face. Because if you get married, Mike, that's going to be your fucking face every day. It's the face of every married man. He wakes up in the morning. It's the truth, man. He wakes up in the morning, he goes to the mirror, he looks in it and goes, "Rah! Ah! What did I do to my life? Ah, ah!" That's true, folks. Well, there's one good thing about marriage. I don't want to put the whole institution down. There's one good thing about marriage. Best thing about marriage is that these are connected. They don't come on. Because if they did, your wife would take it as soon as you got married. She'd go, "You're married now. You will be needing that." I'll just take care of that for you, okay? Now, if you want this, it'll be in my purse or in the refrigerator. What? You're going out of town with your friends? You can just leave that here. Oh, it's true. You see all these guys on the phone going, "Hello, guys. Yeah, listen, I got to cancel out. I can't make it. No, I'm not going to be able to go. She's got my dick!" "No, she won't give it to me. I talked to her all day." Yeah, she got the spare too. Well, she's upset. I tried to sneak out of the house with this morning, and I was halfway out the driveway. She come run down the house, and I had to give it to her right there in the street. Okay, I'll ask her. Hold on. Honey, it's the guys. No, they just called to say that they're all taking theirs. Well, no, I just gonna take mine because I didn't want to stand out. You know, everybody's taking it. Okay. She said no fucking way. Yeah, she said no way the dick stays here. Do me a favor, if you guys see me working on the yard and stuff around the house next week, you do me a favor? Do you love me? You do me a favor? Kill me. Strangle me, shoot me, run me over. Whatever it takes, I'm in hell! Hey, just trying to help. Well, like I said, I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to just do whatever I can for people. Like the World Hunger thing, the USA for Africa. Isn't that great? You guys hear the song? Nice song, isn't it? Beautiful. I'm like anybody else on the planet. I'm very moved by world hunger. I see the same commercials. Those little kids starving and very depressed. And yeah, I watch these things on TV and I see those commercials and I look at it and I go, God, how cruel, you know? You see a little kid out there and I go, fuck, you know, I know the film crew could give this kid a sandwich. The kid's not out there, you know, filming a letter from home with a Betamax, huh? You know, there's a director 5 feet away going, don't feed him yet! Get that sandwich out of here! It doesn't work unless he looks hungry! Well, I'm not trying to make fun of world hunger. Matter of fact, I think I have the answer. So I spent a lot of time working it out. And if you want to stop world hunger, stop sending them food. Don't send these people another bite, folks. You want to send them something? You want to help? Send them U-Hauls. Send them U-Hauls, some luggage, send them a guy out there that goes, hey, you know, we've been driving out here every day with your food for like the last, 30, 40 years. And we were driving out here today across the desert, and it occurred to us there wouldn't be world hunger if you people would live where the food is! This is sand. Yeah. It's sand. You know it's going to be 100 years from now, huh? It's going to be sand! Get your kids, get your shit, we'll make one trip! We'll take you to where that food is! We have deserts in America, we just don't live in them, asshole! You guys got a great crowd, so you're not going to Kinison. I love you.
That was so good. That was so good. It got weird to the end because, one, I'm African and I know about this but I'll explain it later. Let me review the things that I want to touch on quick. One, when he talked about like shouting at the woman or maybe a man or whatever who's tending to his food or whatever, or I don't know, giving him cigarettes and doesn't speak English. I immediately thought like Miami or, you know, like Florida and like Miami specifically because I've seen and heard a lot of Americans complain about Miami specifically because of the amount of like immigrants from South America like being there, that it's hard to go around there and not speak Spanish because they're just everywhere, and a lot of them, they don't speak English. You know, it's like where I live right now. If I didn't know Swahili, and like I grew up in South Africa, but like when I came back to my country, Kenya, if I didn't know Swahili, it would be very bad, honestly, because like not a lot of them, I don't know the ratio of like my countrymen who like they going through or whatever, but like right now where I live, a lot of them don't speak English or don't speak clear English or whatever, so it would be a struggle for them to talk to me if I didn't know Swahili. You know, a lot of them are just like blank, like I don't know English, period. A lot of them like specifically want to talk Swahili instead of English because that's what they're comfortable with. They might have been encouraged to learn English in school, but they've always like, since like the home and the preference, it's Swahili or their mother tongue or whatever. So yeah, it would be very difficult. And I've seen like a lot of like Americans complaining about Miami being like a place like that, where it would be very difficult considering a lot of immigrants are there, and like a lot of them, I don't know the ratio again, don't speak English, and it's hard to interact when you want to buy a fucking burger or something. I don't know what you guys are going through. This is just what I'm noticing. But then there's that. In terms of the marriage thing before the world hunger thing, as a single guy, I don't know yet, guys. Like marriage, like despite like religious leaders and like elders and like aunts, uncles, whatever, encouraging, yo, go get married. Why don't you like get married now? It's a perfect time to find a girl. You know, when you have money and everything, like a girl, you don't know whether she wants you or not. But I think that's just like a mindset thing of like what you go through when you get money, especially as a man. And you basically go for the physical instead of actually paying attention to exactly what you want, you know? Because like fuck, look at Mark Zuckerberg. He's ah man, let me say this in a kind way. His wife ain't exactly like a bombshell. Let's say that. Let me not say, because it would sound like an insult if I said it another way. You know, but he has a successful marriage and he has a successful life and a family. You know what I'm saying? And he weird as shit, bro. Like, but like you know, he's got a good thing going. And he has like a lot of money where he could like go the Jeff Bezos and the Bill Gates routes and everything, and just like just get a bad bitch and like kill it, finish it off. But he didn't, and that's when you have your priorities in order. So I think it's more of like a priorities thing in terms of marriage. Like, what exactly do you want? Because even the normal, regular, like working man, the normal walking around the streets man or whatever, when they get married or whatever, a lot of them I've noticed, us, let me say us because I'm a guy too. We go for the chick who's like one, she's like she can get it up, you know, in terms of like getting us like there in terms of like being aroused. And on top of that, like since like you are sexually attracted to her having like a couple of elements that you get excited for, oh, we have this in common, fools you into thinking like things are gonna be okay with this woman. And then when you get into the marriage you realize, oh shit, there's more to it that meets the eye, and I should have paid more attention because this is the person that I'm literally latched onto into a lifelong partnership until the day I die. And I was too busy thinking about pussy instead of thinking, oh shit, this person is gonna get old and that pussy is not gonna always be like that, and I'm gonna be stuck with them. What are we gonna do then when we're not fucking? So that's another thing, you know. I think it's more of like I've always wanted like someone who, yes, I'm sexually attracted to, but that's the bro. Because I've even had like friends, you know, a pause, because I mean girls when I say that's the bro. Pause. I've even had like friends like girls who honestly like I don't or I've never told them this because we are such good friends. But I've always looked like at some like really good like female friends that I have, that you know what, I wouldn't mind like being with you. It's not like I have a crush on you or anything, you know. Now, I know when I have a crush on someone and I want someone, but I like you are such a cool person and you're female, and I'm like, you know, I can be sexually attracted to you enough that I wouldn't mind like giving it a go with you, you know. Because like I like honestly, like we could go at this even as friends for life and I'll never get sick of you, you know what I'm saying? So like I've always wanted to see how that would work out, rather than the women that I've usually been attracted to, where it's honestly it's a thing of like even through your youth you get excited for the most little thing, like, oh, she likes what I like, and then you get into it with them, and then like you literally get let down. It's like, aside from her like jerking you off, fucking you, or sucking your dick, um there's nothing really there in terms of you and her. And like sometimes you get irritated, you just want to be alone, and you're like, why the fuck am I here? You know what I'm saying? And like shit, that's honestly one of the reasons even I feel like my parents marriage didn't work out. You know, a lot of pressures from society, the church. You know, my father's personally told me like the church and everything, he didn't know what he wanted, and the church pressured him, and he felt pressured, and he didn't really want to do one, two, three, and in the end it really hurt his life. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to think for yourself. So that's in terms of the marriage thing. You know, I don't think marriage will drive everyone insane. Like I know a lot of successful marriages, and despite any problems, they always seem chill and calm and like really happy to be a like one of those things where it's like, I'm happy to be around you, bro, even though it's been like 30 years of marriage, 40. You're my person and I like you. You know, that's how I feel about some of my female friends, you know. And I would wouldn't mind in terms of some of them, but it doesn't have to be. Me, I'm not fault now. Why am I even saying it like they're seeing this? I don't think any of my friends really watch this. At least I try to exist in that world. I don't like my friends seeing my shit. But in terms of the world hunger thing, on top of that, oh shit, this is gonna be an interesting review. In terms of the world hunger shit, the reason why I felt weird about it is because like the community I live, just like not up the road or a little bit like a distance, there's like another community who, like, okay, my community especially, like a lot of the locals, some live like hand to mouth and they really struggle to feed themselves and especially their families. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing like hard hustling and feeding yourself. Like me, the situation I'm in, like I'm fine. I have no kids. I have no woman who's like, oh, take me out, spend money, be romantic, all my money is mine, all the, so. But it's another thing, like then getting into relationships, starting families, having like 5 kids, etc., and you're living hand to mouth. So a lot of them like struggle. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a high income area. It's just a tourist destination, but the locals don't do that well, especially with like lack of like proper high levels of education, etc., etc. But then now, a distance away, there's a community that's doing even worse. That they don't eat like weeks on end, and like usually they only have water, and even when they don't have water, they have to sort of like finesse getting like milk from a goat, and that's what they survive on for like maybe 3 days, just one like little cup of milk from a goat or something, and they survive like that. And you sort of know it's not a situation where they can just move. A lot of them, like, you even tell them, like, there's even like someone, I think my mother told me, it's like you can tell them, hey, here's the tools, just dig yourself a well and have water. But like they're so malnourished that just they're so malnourished that they can't even dig a well or farm for themselves and everything. Like, life and their situation has just beaten them to the extent that they can't even move if you tell them, why don't you go to where the food is and go to where the work is and everything. It's like their situation as a people, they fell on hard times, and a lot of these situations happen in multiple like third world countries, not just even in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like a thing of like how the situation is, how the government has responded to it, whether they've paid attention, etc., etc. It's not always like, oh, the people's fault. Oh, why don't they just do this? Why don't you just, a lot of people fall on hard times because of war, because of tribal disputes, because of like multiple things, man. Not everyone is lucky enough to be born in America. One minute you're going through slavery and civil wars and the depression, and then the next minute, big boom, you're on top of the world. USA, USA. You know what I'm saying? So that's been me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications, give the suggestions below, and thank you for joining me today. You take care.
Passport, and I got the stamp for my visa. Back to the bleachers, wag, she a diva. Last fall, I was on my ass, now I G'd up. Whack nigga, keep up. Black when I, fuck it, damn.